Hello everyone, Sunderek here. So in today's video, I want to speculate into the 2.2 questline and see what is going to be happening. So of course, with that said, this is going to be pure speculative video, but it's going to touch quite a bit into the questline. And also, if I somehow manage to get this correct, then that means you will be spoiled. So that is a warning right here. If you do not want to spoil yourself of some of the quests or some of the in-game details you want to discover by yourself, please leave. As well as for those of you that are staying, let's go right ahead. So conclusions first. My guess is that next patch 2.2 will heavily involve around a Fatui internal matter, which is that currently we know that Scaramucci already has the Gnosis because Yai gave it to him. We also know that Scaramucci is meant to be the prototype puppet of the Raiden Shogun. We also know that the Fatui member, likely Dr. Ray, have made some adjustments to Scaramucci to make him more powerful and sort of took away of his limit switches, which means he is at his full power. He is also more powerful than La Senora, we already know that, also from Yai Miko. So that means that we also, one more thing we also know is that from the Pale Flame set, when they are talking about Scaramucci in one of the 5 artifact pieces, they did also mention that he would not like to listen to anyone if he has the chance to. So now we got an Archon level powered person, not exactly person, a project here, with a Gnosis, which empowers the Archon's power. And he is also on the loose, he has his own Gnosis. It's very likely that he will try not to give it back to the Tsurumi and try to start something on his own, given his sort of attitude then. And also he had no intention of saving La Senora during the final fight. So we can see that sort of the Fatui was sort of broken down in Inazuma into 2 patches where Scaramucci was sort of doing his own thing, while La Senora is trying to actually go through the route the Tsurumi is wishing to go. So I believe this means that the Scaramucci will literally be at large for the most of the patch 2.2 quests, and we have to sort of get him back on track. Now, it makes sense that as the MC of the world that we're going to have to get involved in this matter if this did turn out to be a matter. However, from an in-game point of view, it makes no sense for us to involve because it's Fatui internal matter, and this is where Child steps in. Because if Child is involved in this issue, then it is no longer a Fatui internal matter. Then we're sort of helping Child as if we're helping a friend. So it is through the power of friendship, that makes sense, that we get involved in this situation instead of we accidentally run into a Fatui internal matter and we have to somehow work about it. So this makes more sense for it to be this way. As for the argument why Child would be involved in this matter, there's another argument. We all know that Child is sort of stationed in Liyue most of the time. The Senora is sort of dead. She was once stationed in Mondstadt. Dr. Ray, the Harbinger previously stationed at Liyue, is now gone, and according to, of course, the manga, he is currently at Sumeru, and he also sort of has a base for his very inhumane research there, so it makes no sense for him to leave. So overall, all the Harbingers that we have seen so far, Scaramucci is on the loose, so it only makes sense that Child being the one left in Liyue, and also there's nothing to do in Liyue at the moment because Morak's Gnosis is already taken. So it makes sense for Child to come investigate in this situation. Now, exactly where all of these will take place, the game actually already set up a pretty nice location for this, and that is Tsurumi Island. Tsurumi Island, being one of the major 6 Inazuma Islands, has actually never had anyone step foot on it for quite a while. The island is surrounded by a dense fog, and it has been years since anyone was there to venture into it. So it makes sense for Scaramucci to go there as a potential hiding spot while he figures stuff out on like how to use the Gnosis here and there. And also makes sense for a map expansion point of view to open up this last island of Inazuma following the patch of 2.1 with 2 islands opening. This is the only island left of Inazuma that is not open, and this is part of the main Inazuma map, not part of a DLC. So from all of these added together, my guess is that it's basically going to be a remake of We Will Be Reunited, but the questline will proceed forward. So Scaramucci will take the Gnosis and run on his own. He's going to be at large. The Tsurumi will attempt to send Child to come resolve the matter, we're going to get involved in some sort of way before we know Child is involved in a matter. We're going to meet Child. We're going to basically solve the problem together with Child. Whether they kill Child off here like what they did with La Senora or not is going to be depending on them. But either way, Scaramucci is going to be either dead or very close to dead by the end of this. Now, of course, he is sort of a machine, so his definition of dead will be up to MiHoYo to decide. But overall, I believe that this kills off another Harbinger, and Child is going to get involved in this matter, and overall, I believe that's how things are going to go with the patch of 2.2. And of course, very wild guess here, but everything does line up with everything that has been happening in game so far. And of course, regarding all the information regarding Scaramucci, that he is a prototype puppet from Raiden, and the Daughtry has also worked on him before to make him more advanced. All of these actually comes from Miko. At the end of the Archon quest, she's like, to thank you, I'll answer any questions you have. When you ask her about this, she will tell you all about this, about Scaramucci, about the prototype puppet. I believe those are the two options that allows her to answer these things to you. So that's all I have for you for this video. Please let me know if you think these are please let me know if you think you agree with these, or if you have your own idea on how 2.2 is going to proceed in terms of our conquest. Please let me know. And I believe overall this ties very nicely into sort of something major. Like, it is something major that we have to deal with as our conquest, but at the same time, it's sort of not related to the main quest at all. We just kill off another Harbinger in the end, working with Child. And also, I believe this delays the need for Dainsleif to appear again, because as MiHoYo have said themselves, Dainsleif is an endgame character, so they do not want him to appear early. And I believe this completely eliminates the need for him to appear at any rate in patch 2.2. And patch 2.3 can even be like more on this, or clearing up the aftermath of this. So overall, that's my guess on what it's going to be for patch 2.2 in terms of our conquest. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a nice day.